Another afternoon at the Duler Stadium. We are back for match number 42 at Duler Stadium for the Selvel Goa Professional League. It is a match which will determine whether FC Goa stay in the hunt for the title against Youth Club of Manora. A big match for those young boys of FC Goa today. Robbie Bergamo just warming up those young lads. They know the importance of this match. The 2018 champions of Goa Professional League will look to keep their hopes alive today.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the Duler Stadium. Today is a big day as FC Goa are back on the field to clash on against the Youth Club of Manora, and the game is kickoff in next couple of minutes. And in this pre-match interaction, I have with me the head coach of FC Goa, Degi, with me. Degi, first of all, you guys are coming back after a really long time. The COVID hit you, plus injuries hit you, plus there were fouls out there. So how do you take this match especially?
Yeah, as I said it earlier, every match will be important for us. We got to keep our standards high because we are FC Goa and we want to play our way. Yes, we have three players who were hit with COVID and now they are in the isolation there. And yes, it's no excuses for us. We got to get back and the players have worked very hard in training.
As you have worked hard in your training, so as a coach, what have you kept in mind to clash against Youth Club? Because Youth Club Manora, we have seen that every game they are improving. They are coming from the better side of their football. So what are the key elements that you will keep in mind to break their celebration, make sure you go home celebrating?
Yeah, as we lost our last match, we played 5 matches and we just have 3 matches. We won the 3 matches. And now we have to get back in winning note. Manora is a good side. Even they want to work very hard and win this match. But yeah, it won't be that this for us difficult for us. But even our boys have trained very very hard and hope so everything will be fine for us.
Alright, thank you so much, Degi. We'll see you in the post-match. Well, that was Degi Cardozo with us here in the pre-match. We'll go to the other side to see what Youth Club of Manora has to say as they take on the big giants, FC Goa, here at Duler Stadium.
We are FC Goa and we want to play our style, were the words Degi Cardozo used in that pre-match interview. The first 11 has some changes for FC Goa, with Rolte, Kapil Hoble, Christy Davis, Delton Colasso, Serino Fernandez, Joybert Almeida, Antonio da Silva, Wasim Inamdar, Ivan Costa, Leslie Rebello, Lalrem Ruata, and the formidable defensive pairing is a big miss today for FC Goa. Now we are on to the side of Youth Club of Manora. The men in red warming up for this big encounter in the history of the club. A new team in the Selvel Goa Professional League, as we saw the big man Jay Williamson. He will like to get back into the score sheet.
Yes, I'm on the other side of the ground and I'm at the sides of the Youth Club of Manora, who will be taking on the FC Goa Giants, the Gors out here, and I have with me the assistant coach with me. Coach, we have also seen that today you will be the main leader, because as in the previous match we saw the head coach also getting was shown a red card, and also there was a red card in your team as well. So what is the pressure on you?
I don't feel any pressure because we have already discussed all the issues that we are going to face today along with the main coach and also with the management. So we have been together, we have discussed all the things, so it should be fine.
As you said, everything should be fine in your way. So what is the key element that you have kept in mind to make sure that you are going to give a good fight to FC Goa out today?
Yeah, definitely we have given the performance in every match. We have improved with every match, so we will give the good performance.
Are there any major changes or strategy that you have kept in mind to make sure that you go home celebrating and spoiling their celebration today?
Not really, but we are going to play as per our plan, and if we strike at the right moment, we will definitely do it.
Thank you so much, Coach. We'll see you in the post-match. Well, that's all we have in the pre-match interaction here at Duler Stadium. The kickoff in next couple of minutes. Enjoy this wonderful kickoff from Duler Stadium. The kickoff in next few moments.
James DeCosta, an ever smiling assistant coach. I dare say assistant coach because he's the head coach for today. And there are some changes in that first 11 for Youth Club of Manora. Luis Barreto retains his position. Clive Colasso comes back into the team. Joyvin Carnero, Joel Fernandez, Aniston Fernandez, Arvind Silva, Nicholas Fernandez, the captain, Michael Silva, Frazier Castagna, Sweden Barbosa, a new name in that first 11, and Jay Williamson. Onto the points table for the Selvel Goa Professional League. You can see FC Goa down in 6th position when they've only played 5 games. It's a very important encounter to get back into that top 4 slot, whereas Youth Club of Manora, they really need to battle and win this game or get a point out of it, because otherwise they will be in that dogfight along with Velsau and Sessa for the relegation. And we're just waiting for the teams to walk in, as there has been some small delay in proceedings as the referees walk in with the two teams, Youth Club of Manora and FC Goa. Big match today for both teams, but in very different contexts altogether. FC Goa trying to stay in that battle for the title. If they manage a win today against Youth Club of Manora, they will be in that battle. They will be considered and they will demand that. Whereas Youth Club of Manora, we know that they are a new team, but FC Goa won't have it easy today, because Youth Club of Manora have been really upping the ante. They lost a narrow match against Salgaonkar Football Club, whereas FC Goa are trying to come back after a long time. The referees for today: Sunil Nanodkar, Sainath Haldankar, Purushottam Mapri, and 4th official Shiva Gosavi. And the match commissioner is for today Raghunath Tilu Gosavi. The final huddle before the battle on the ground at the Duler Stadium today against a very new club in the Selvel Goa Professional League, Youth Club of Manora. FC Goa have some players missing today, especially the big names Brian Faria and Lalmangai Sanga Papuya missing today. It's a makeshift defense for FC Goa. But we heard in the words of Tegi Cardozo that the young lads are really out there to prove themselves. They've worked very hard in training. They've taken advantage of that longer break that they've got. And today is a day where these young boys will be looking to confine the likes of Youth Club of Manora to the relegation zone. I'm sure Youth Club of Manora will have different plans, as we see the flag of Youth Club of Manora just behind their dugout. They will look to keep the Manora flag flying high as Wasim Inamdar goes into an early pressing situation and concedes the foul on Joyvin Carnero. Joyvin leaving the ball behind for Barreto. It'll be interesting to see how Manora shape up against the likes of Youth Club of I beg your pardon, FC Goa, because FC Goa are a team which bang themselves on a very, very highly pacey football game, but on the other hand, Youth Club of Manora are a team which really like to defend all together. They play it from the back. And they try to hit the teams on the counter attack. They have a big man up front for them in the shape of Jay Williamson, and he did score against Calingut Association in that big win rather for Youth Club of Manora, the first in their history, in their very new history of the Selvel Goa Professional League. And there is Clive coming back into the team today after the suspension that he had got for receiving that red card against the likes of Calingut Association itself. And this is Lalram Ruata. This is Dylan De Silva. Puts it out long, Dylan, and it's gone out for a throw-in for Youth Club of Manora. This is Clive Aniston. Clive again, that's beautiful play from Clive and Aniston. Aniston still in possession of the ball. Aniston looks for Nicholas Fernandez, who doesn't quite get to the ball, and this is Joel Fernandez, who's been very impressive so far in the league, and so has Michael Silva been, but just been those little moments where a football match is normally decided that has been letting the likes of Manora down, and that will come with experience. It's all about getting through the tough matches when they're battling it out, losing narrowly in the end to the likes of Selgaonkar Football Club, Youth Club of Manora. But they have gone toe to toe with the big teams, Manora, and they will be looking to continue that good work today here against FC Goa. This is Ralte. He has been stripped of the ball, but as you can see, a familiar situation for Jay, that he is very lonely up front and is not quite getting the support from the teammates that you would expect when a team is in possession of the ball. And this is Kapil Hoble. Christy Davis. Back to Kapil. Kapil goes long, looking for that option of Joybert, who heads it back to Lalrem Ruata. This is Lalrem playing that 1-2 with Wasim Inamdar. Then Christie's header. This is Wasim. Beautifully lobs it and tries to shimmy his way past, but couldn't get it under control. This is Joyvin Carnero. Frazier. Frazier sends it long. This is Serenio Fernandez. Beautifully done by Christy Davis. Leslie. plays it wide to Ralte. Ralte looking for Delton Colasso, but has gone out for a Manora throw-in. Clive Colasso playing in that left back position for Manora today, because the likes of Joel Fernandez and Michael Silva seem to be a well settled pair. We've seen early on in the league where Joel was the one who was playing left back, and Clive and Michael pairing up in the centre of the defence, but it has been shifted because Michael and Joel have been very impressive. As the cross comes in, this is an early chance, and the header comes in from Joybert, which goes straight into the hands of Luis Barreto as Jay chases. This is a chance for Jay! Just couldn't reach it in time. In the end, he catches Dylan De Silva on the face. I'm sure that was not intentional from Jay, and he had all the right to go for that ball. As that long ball came in, two defenders shielding it off, and the ball was slightly short from Leslie, and you can see that Jay was running away from the ball, and as Dylan tried to come out and collect it, his head almost clashing with the knee of Jay, and he will receive some medical attention from the FC Goa physio. This is that chance from Ivan Costa with that cross in, and then Joybert's header straight to Luis Barreto, and then that kick straight from Luis Barreto looking for Jay, and that was a good ball from Luis Barreto, trying to release his striker who almost got there on that header from Leslie, being collected in the end by Dylan De Silva. Now you see the coaching staff of FC Goa. There are some big names out there today. What an opportunity for those young guns. Today for FC Goa, what a chance to prove themselves in front of their main team boss. Some big names in the stand today. We'll see that foul again. We'll get back to that situation, but Christy Davis just bringing down Sweden Barbosa. Michael Silva standing over this free kick for FC Goa. The ball comes in, and that's slightly short. It could have been better from Michael, and this is Nicholas Fernandez. Keeps the ball in. The cross comes in, and Dylan De Silva this time collecting it, and this time Jay comes out worse in that clash against Dylan. Almost a little bit of a payback for Dylan De Silva against Jay. We'll see that again as this ball comes in from Nicholas. This time Dylan's knee catching Jay. A tit for tat almost between them, but I'm sure none of them really meant it as the game goes on with Dylan square passing to Serino, who goes long, and then the clearance from Joybert, and Jay trying to win that ball for Manora. This is Christy Davis, spreads it out for Delton Colasso, but Clive does well and puts it out for a throw-in. This is Christy. This is Joybert on his left foot. Just about keeps it in for Lalrem Ruata. Serino back to Christie. This is Serino again. Lalrem Ruata. Lalrem plays it to Wasim, and then Wasim's flick on for Kapil Hoble goes out for a Manora throw in. Going back to some big names in the stands today at the Duler Stadium, we have the FC Goa head coach Juan Fernando sitting there and watching these young lads perform. Maybe he will take note of some youngsters performing very well, and maybe some of these young lads. There you see Juan Fernando, the Spanish head coach for FC Goa. What an opportunity for these young boys. FC Goa, of course, coming fourth in the ISL league table. And then losing out to Mumbai City FC in the semi-finals in a very, very hard-fought contest where they lost out on the penalty shootouts. The first leg did end up all square at 2-2, and then the second leg was goalless, and in the penalties in a dramatic semi-final, FC Goa couldn't just squeeze their way through to the final, losing to eventual winners Mumbai City FC. As we see Nicholas Fernandez being brought down by Leslie over there, bringing down Nicholas Fernandez. Also getting a yellow card, Leslie. That it's not very late into the game, that's pretty early into the game for a yellow card for Leslie. He's got to be careful now coming into the match today against Manora, playing his first game for the FC Goa development team, and this is where the likes of Jay Williamson and Nicholas Fernandez can combine. This is where Jay is so dangerous. Can he deliver a good ball as the ball comes in? And that is a fantastic ball in from Nicholas Fernandez. None of the Manora players can really get on the end of it, but what an opportunity that was. That was a beautifully delivered ball by Nicholas Fernandez. And this is Joywin. Lalrem gets the foul. Sweden Barbosa is the man who brings Lalrem down. Serino standing over this free kick. Kapil Hoble tries to switch the game, but it's landed up with Nicholas Fernandez, who tries to take it in his stride, but he cannot quite control it, and this has gone out for an FC Goa throw in again. This is Ivan Costa, who clumsily gives it away. Clive will take this throw in for Manora. As I mentioned earlier, that this is a great opportunity for these FC Goa young development team to prove their mettle in front of the head coach of FC Goa, Juan Fernando. The coach who hails from Spain, but it is also a brilliant opportunity for a club from the village of Raya, a Youth Club of Manora, to show their talent out there, and who knows, one of these young players might just be scouted in to the main team of FC Goa next season. This is how Indian football has given a platform for such youngsters to shine. Brilliant opportunity, as I said, for these young lads playing on the field today, battling to get a win for their team, as the header comes out of Lalrem's free kick. This is Sereno Fernandez, back to Dylan De Silva, back to Sereno, Lalrem, Sereno to Leslie, Christy Davis, plays it square to Lalrem. Lalrem tries to play it long but has been intercepted by Manora, and this is Frazier Castagna putting the ball in, but Leslie dealing with it well, but danger not averted. This is Aniston who gave that ball to Arvind, but he lost out on it, and then Aniston again doing well to win it back. Aniston to Sweden Barbosa, who tries to wriggle his way past but fails to do so, and this is Wasim Namdar. Aniston's ball again. This is Nicholas's ball in now, and Jay cannot get on the end of it. But this is a great opportunity today for Manora to get an upset over FC Goa. They have quite a few players missing today. Bryson also missing in the ranks. The very influential midfielder Bryson Dubin Fernandez. This is Christy Davis trying to switch play, but Joyvin's header to Frazier, and then Frazier tries to turn his way, but again loses out on the ball. Arvind not having a good day in the office. This is Lalrem's curler, but doesn't really bother Luis Barreto. And that's about the third time that we've seen Arvind Silva losing the ball in a very dangerous position for Manora. This is Joel Fernandez. Very clumsy from the boys in white. It's gone out for an FC Goa throw-in. This is Ralte to Ivan. Ralte going on his overlapping runs and flicks it back to Ivan. This is Christie driving in. This is a good run from Christie. He's still going. Christie Davis! A good tackle in the end from Frazier Castagna. That was smelling like danger for Youth Club of Manora. You can see this run. This is a beautiful run from Christy Davis, controlling it all the way from the right hand side into that penalty box. Such close control on his left foot, Christy Davis. I'm sure the likes of Juan Fernando must have kept a note of that. This is Sereno Fernandez. Lalrem. Lalrem's ball looking for Kapil Hoble, but Joyvin clears it. But this is Joybert. Joybert on his Not so preferred right foot. Tries to take that shot on goal, but nowhere close to Luis Barreto being troubled. This is Joyvin's ball, which is looking for Sweden Barbosa, but it has gone out for a throw-in for FC Goa, with Kapil Hoble taking this throw-in. Joybert plays it to Wasim Inamdar and then has released Joybert, and it will go straight into the hands of Luis Barreto. Barreto plays it long. Looks for Sweden Barbosa again and again, thrown from a similar position for Hoble. That is Kapil Hoble switching play to Leslie. This is Ivan Costa losing out the ball to Aniston. He's done that quite a few times today, Aniston Fernandez. Winning the ball in a dangerous position. And again being pegged back by that foul from Ivan Costa. And Aniston back to Clive Colasso. And then Michael slides in and Lalrem is fouled by Arvind Silva, and this time he will get a yellow card. Arvind Silva is not having the best day in the office right now. Being played in that first 11 of Manora team, which has been impressing. On a day where you need to show up, Arvind Silva really needs to do better than that. He's lost the ball quite a few times and then now gets the yellow card on Lalrem. And this is a good ball. This is Ivan again. The ball comes in and then an acrobatic effort from Joybert. Boy, if he did connect on that, it would have been one of the most spectacular goals you'll ever watch. Nonetheless, it didn't quite come off for Joybert. This is Ralte. Ralte goes with the long ball to Ivan Costa, but again Joel Fernandez doing well to intercept that ball, but not doing so well to control it as he puts it out for another throw-in for FC Goa. Ralte to take this throw-in for FC Goa. Joel's header will again go out for another throw-in. This is Lalrem. Close control from Lalrem, looking for Ralte, who leaves it behind him. Nicholas does well. This is Sweden Barbosa. Sweden goes on his run. And luckily still retains position, but then Lalrem strips him off the ball and plays it to Kapil Hoble. Lalrem again. This is Leslie. You can see Deki Cardozo in the background ushering his players forward. This is Delton Colasso. Sereno Fernandez plays it to Ralte on his overlapping run, but can't quite control that. This is Joybert. He will try to unleash that left foot of his. This is Kapil Hoble. Kapil's shot has been curled and deflected past Luis Barreto's goal, It was a decent effort from Kapil Hoble. The idea was right, but it has been deflected wide for a corner kick. You can see Derek Pereira also present there in the stands, the technical director of FC Goa. Not happy right now with the performance of his boys, as this long clearance comes off. This is Jay Williamson looking for Sweden Barbosa, who cannot quite control that, because that was a decent run from Jay again. Well, that's really been the problem for the Youth Club of Manora. Well, they have been coming forward in those counter-attacking positions. They've got into good positions, but that final pass and movement has been missing from their game. I'm sure the coaches will be working on that aspect of the game, and they're still new, and with experience they will do well, as the shot comes in from Joybert, and it's a low save down to his left from Luis Barreto, as we'll see the replay again as Lalrem's ball comes in, and then Joybert on his weaker right foot rifles that shot in, but I think the referee has called it back for an offside. It wouldn't have counted even if it went in from Joybert. Barreto plays it long. This is Clive Colasso. Again the long ball. This time this is Wasim Inamdar against Joywin. Cuts in Wasim Inamdar. Kapil Hoble. Christy Davis. Christy against Arvind wins the throw-in. Quite surprised with the referee's decision over there, Kapil Hoble and the FC Goa players, because the referee has given a throw-in Youth Club of Manora's way. The flick on from Jay. Finds Sweden Barbosa. This is Nicholas Fernandez. Clive Colasso plays it back to Michael. Joywin. Michael again. Michael's long ball has been won by FC Goa. This is Christy Davis. Plays it back to Kapil. And Kapil's long ranger will not trouble Luis Barreto at all. And this goes to show how organized the Youth Club of Manora defense is, because they're restricting this FC Goa team to the longer route towards goal, because we can see them taking those shots from a distance, not really bothering the likes of Luis Barreto so far. This is Dylan De Silva, calmly strolling with the ball, and then puts himself under some kind of pressure from Sweden Barbosa, but he's put out a beautiful ball to the left hand side to Kapil Hoble, and he cannot quite control it as Joywin wins the throw-in. This is Jay. And the referee has given a foul throw against Joywin. How many times do we see that? This is Christy Davis. Comes off Aniston. Another throw-in for FC Goa. 30 minutes played. We're edging closer towards that cooling break, which is mandatory in today's game post the pandemic. This is Arvind Silva. Michael Silva clears it. Headed out easily by Leslie. As the flick comes on, and then Joybot bundling into the defender. But then Christy Davis's high foot on Aniston gives away that foul, as the referee has blown his whistle for the cooling break. Youth Club of Manora are holding this FC Goa team goalless so far, as we can see Daniel and Ronald Jones in the stands supporting the Manora team. It's been an interesting battle, really, between FC Goa and Youth Club of Manora. Both teams cancelling each other out in that midfield region. Even if FC Goa are just going past that midfield region, it's the organisation of the Manora defence which is being hard to break down at the moment, as we can see those high profile names in the stands. Juan Fernando, Derek Pereira, Clifford Miranda also in there today. Not a bad crowd to play in front of, even if though the crowds are not allowed, but those are some big names in the stands today, and that should be motivation enough for these young players to put their best foot forward in this kind of a situation, because who knows, an impressive display will earn an opportunity at the highest level of football in India, the Indian Super League. This is Leslie Pereira, switches it to the left hand side. Kapil Hoble, Sereno Fernandez, back to Kapil. Kapil to Joybot, beautifully done by Joybot to go past Joywin. Twisting and turning Joybot, not quite finding the accuracy in the pass back to Kapil. Then Christie's switch finds Ralte with a few step overs, trying to find Ivan Costa. This is Ralte again. Wasim Inamdar going one-on-one against Aniston. This is Ralte's ball in, and Joybot trying to get Lalrem Ruata this time. Somehow the ball lands up with Luis Barreto, who plays a decent spread out to Jay Williamson, and Jay has a poor touch on the ball, gives the ball away to Sereno. This is Kapil Hoble, plays in Lalrem. That was the first bit of exciting football we've seen from FC Goa, creating a few triangles in there, playing some intricate passing down the right hand side, trying to create and be innovative. And that's what they need more often than not, to break down a stubborn defense like the one Manora have right now. This is Delton Colasso on the left, switching wings. This is Delton playing it back to Christie. Christie to Lalrem, plays Delton. Delton switches flanks to Ralte. Ralte twisting and turning his way past. This is Wasim Inamdar. Wasim's ball comes in, and then the header from Kapil Hoble goes wide of Luis Barreto's goal. A better spell of football from FC Goa. We'll see this once again. There's Wasim Inamdar just cutting back in onto his left and then putting in a delightful cross in. And Kapil Hoble maybe should have done a little bit better than that. As this goal kick comes in from Luis Barreto. This is Christy Davis again. Plays it back to Ralte. Leslie Pereira. Ivan giving the ball away to Aniston again. How many times have we seen Aniston do that in this first half, as Jay Williamson brings it down on his chest and tries to volley it towards the goal, and it has been blocked by Sereno Fernandez for the first corner for Youth Club of Manora today. That was beautiful technique from Jay to bring the ball down on his chest. And again, the presence in the box will trouble the FC Goa players as this ball comes in. It's been just headed out. Nicholas Fernandez going for that shot. Then Jay brings it down on his chest again. Plays it back to Michael Silva. He plays it wide, but Ralte gathering up the ball, and this is where Delton is so dangerous. Delton is running at the defense. Michael Silva in chase, and this is a chance, and haven't really gone out of danger. This is comedy of errors right now, and finally, boy, would you believe it, Youth Club of Manora had about 4 or 5 opportunities to clear that ball out. It could have been a penalty as well. Delton Colasso doesn't finish it. Joybert doesn't have a chance, and then another chance to clear it. Ivan then, and then somehow Joybert, with a lot of relief, just bangs it into that goal as Luis Barreto makes a save, and we'll see this again. The tackle comes in, Lalrem Ruata, that is a chance to clear it, and then the deflection allows Joybert to volley it home on a hapless grounded Luis Barreto, as this deflection comes in from Joel Fernandez. How unlucky is that for Youth Club of Manora? But that is the situation where Delton Colasso is so dangerous when he has space to run at, and then it is almost lights out for the defenders, because the pace he possesses could be trouble for any defender that is going up against him in a one-on-one situation. And he proved that once again as Michael Silva came lunging into that tackle. But Ivan, I beg your pardon, Delton stayed on his feet. Could have won that penalty, but he stayed on his feet. Here's that man again, Delton Colasso. Look at that close control. The ball comes in. This is Lalrem Ruata being chased down by Joyvin. Lalrem does well, but Joyvin wins the goal kick for Youth Club, and getting back to that chance which led to that goal from Delton Colasso. There you see Delton. Basically he's the man who created that whole chance for Joybert, but boy, is he a pleasure. Isn't he a pleasure to watch in those kind of situations? Delton Colasso taking defenders one-on-one. But he really should have finished that past Luis Barreto. Barreto made a good save, making himself big in front of Delton, but then really the Manora defense should have dealt with it. Really should have dealt with it. And here's that man again, one-on-one situation against Joyvin. Step over, comes in, tries to get past Michael Silva, but this time Michael does well. It could have been dangerous from Michael as well, as that lunging tackle from the back could have led to a penalty as well as a red card, because that was a last man challenge on Delton. This is Ivan Costa. Lalrem Ruata. Joybert. He's opened his account in this year's league as this ball comes in again, this time from Wasim Namdar. Goes straight to Luis Barreto. Shimmies it up straight, looking for Jay. This could be dangerous. Jay gets it under control. Twisting and turning Jay. This is all alone. Jay Williamson plays it to Sweden Barbosa, who takes a very, very weak shot, and the attack has died down again for Manora. That really has been the problem. Not enough support for Jay up front as Sweden Barbosa comes forward, but then takes a very, very feeble shot at goal, and not the most impressive one, and that will not trouble Dylan De Silva at all. However, 41 minutes played at the Duler Stadium. FC Goa looking very comfortable right now, taking a 1-goal lead against Youth Club of Manora. Christie's header. This is Arvind Silva. Arvind plays it back to Michael. This is Joel Fernandez. This is Aniston Fernandez. Aniston plays in Sweden Barbosa over there, but he's won a foul there, Sweden. There's that man Jay. Michael Silva will take this free kick. The obvious target up front, and it goes way over Jay's head, and no one gets at the end of it. Not enough players up front for Youth Club of Manora to create any kind of trouble for the men in orange. This is Dylan De Silva's goal kick. Lalrem's header. Then Ivan Costa trying to come and flick it on. Wins the header again, Lalrem. Arvind Silva. This is Frazier. This is Joyvin now on the right hand side. Joyvin cuts back in, looking for Jay. That was a good attempt to play in Jay, but Leslie is the man who's cleared that ball. This is Delton, and that's a beautifully spread out ball looking for Joy, but good vision, good idea, but Michael Silva was alert, gets it down. Christy Davis now taking control of that midfield along with Lalrem. Ralte playing a quick 1-2 with Lalrem and plays it back to Leslie, who plays it square to Sereno Fernandez. Deggy Cardozo opting for a 3-5-2 formation today. And the three, Max, Sereno, Leslie and